Nifty at 12,000. It's too expensive. I don't think I should invest my money right now. Nifty at 13,000. I don't think I should invest my money right now. It's too expensive. Nifty at 14,000. Now what? Hey folks, C. Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to the very first video of 2021. Many of you have been showering a lot of love for the pre-bumpers, that is the introductory part of the video, but there are so many people out of you who are not really sure how to express themselves. You know what's the solution for that? You can just hit the like button. You know, we humans are designed in such a way that when bad things start happening to us, we get worried. But when even good things are happening to us, we still get worried. Now, Nifty is at 14,000. It's almost at its all-time highs right now. Is this really a reason to worry? Always remember that when you're afraid to invest, wealth will always remain a dream. Now I'm sure you have gotten fully inspired with this quote, and now you have decided that yes, at 14,000, come what may, I am going to start investing my money. Now here there can be two scenarios. What can be the two scenarios? Possibility number one, that markets really rally, they go beyond much beyond 14,000 and you make profit. Possibility number one. Possibility number two, or scenario number two, can be market is not able to sustain 14,000, it starts crashing, okay, and you start fearing losses. Now what can be the solution in this case? Solution can be that instead of investing in a specific stock, or instead of investing only in Nifty, you may invest in a basket of securities which includes Nifty as well as gold. पण असं का? Well, I just said that you must have a portfolio which includes Nifty as well as gold. But why? That's the question. So Nifty is nothing but the top 50 companies of National Stock Exchange. And if you're investing in these companies, always understand that the possibility or the probability of these companies having a free fall is comparatively less. So just to give you an example, till date in my career of almost 12-13 years in stock market, I have never seen Infosys, Reliance, HDFC, all these big names crashing 12% today, 14% tomorrow, 15% after tomorrow. That doesn't happen with all these large caps. So even if there is a fall, there might not be a free fall. So that is why you should invest in Nifty companies, number one. Number two, why in gold? Gold basically acts as a very good hedge, a good cushion for your portfolio. So it is always found that gold will have a negative correlation with equity. If you want to really understand, has this happened in the past? For that, let's check this chart. So if you see in 2008, somewhere around 2008-9, when Nifty had a comparatively good fall, at that time gold prices were rising. Negative correlation. Number two, somewhere around 11-12, again we saw a fall in Nifty, we saw an increase in gold. Example number three, somewhere around 2016, Nifty corrected. Here, gold prices were more or less stable. But if you see towards the end, when Nifty saw a big crash, that was the time when gold saw a big surge. Correct? And even in 2020, that is what happened. We saw a huge fall in Nifty, but which was countered by a big rise in gold. Well, now that you have understood the not a perfect negative correlation, but a good negative correlation between Nifty and gold, the question is, how do I invest in such a portfolio, and that too with good ease? So let's understand how you can invest in equity and gold through small case. So here we are on the dashboard. I just have to click on equity and gold and go to ETFs and weights. You'll understand that if you invest through this small case, 70% of your portfolio is invested in equity and 30% in gold. But how is that done? Gold investment is done through Nippon India Gold Bees ETF, and investment in Nifty is done through Nippon India Nifty 50 Bees ETF. So what is the advantage? Advantage number one is that you can invest in both these ETFs with the help of a single click. Advantage number two, the minimum investment amount is like very small. It's just 195 rupees. I guess it's less than a regular farmhouse pizza at Domino's. The third advantage here is that a small case would rebalance this portfolio. But the biggest advantage is that if you don't want to rebalance this weightage, if you want to stick to this 70-30%, you are given an option to stick to this percentage. But if you want to go ahead with their suggestion, their recommendation, this percentage of 70 and 30 can change as per the market conditions. Well, by now you must have understood that you should not fear the Nifty levels. You should not fear losing your money. What you should fear is losing your habit of saving and investing. But then, how to save and invest? I think the best way for that is doing an SIP. Well, do you remember the full form of SIP that I told? As per my new terminology, SIP is save, invest, and prosper. Now, let's understand why invest in an SIP and especially during uncertain times. I will tell you that the biggest advantage of SIP in such times is that you get a very good rupee cost averaging. Now, you might be wondering what is this rupee cost averaging? For that, let's take a simple example. Assume that you have started an SIP of 1500 rupees, okay? And assume that the average cost per unit is 15 rupees, okay? Now, with this, tell me how many units of mutual fund will you get? This is like third standard mathematics, right? Your number of units that you will get is 100 units, correct? Now, let's take next month scenario. Okay, this was month 1. Now, what happens in month 2? What will be the amount of SIP? Array, same. SIP will be of how much? 1500 rupees. Now, assume that market corrected a lot between month 1 and month 2. Markets have fallen down, and that is why the per unit cost, which was 15 rupees, has now gone down to 10 rupees. Now, what will happen? With this, your number of units that you will get will be 150. 1 divided by 2. 150. Okay. Now understand, at the beginning of third month, what has happened? At the beginning of third month, the total amount invested is how much? 1500 plus 1500, that is 3000 rupees. The total number of units you have is 100 plus 150, that is 250 units. Correct. Now, what is your average cost? Average cost is only rupees 12 per unit. And this is nothing but rupee cost averaging. Now, I hope you'll understand that even if market goes down from here, it is okay. Your rupee cost averaging will be even better. And even if market go up, then it's fine. You'll start getting profit. So I hope you have understood the importance of SIP, especially during uncertain times, through this example. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have really liked it, don't forget to share it with your friends. Till then, take care, Jai Hind, and bye-bye.